Hello adventurers! We're back with another video in this series that's a favorite on the channel, the latest news from Hytale. Today, we'll discuss the aftermath of the blog post on Twitter, where director John Hendricks addressed some questions from the game's fans, providing intriguing insights into the game's future. So, sit back and let's dive into the updates. But before we get started, if you enjoy this content, remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to receive notifications for all channel videos. Let's begin by addressing a crucial confirmation about the frequency of blog posts in 2024. Initially, the team used to update almost weekly on the game's progress, but in recent years, we've had only 2 recurring posts throughout the year, one in winter and one in summer. However, in the latest blog post, John hinted at the possibility of more updates throughout the year, prompting a fan to inquire and receive a response. The fan commented, "Sorry to bother, but I read the blog post and found it excellent. I was wondering how often we'll see these new updates about the game. Every week, every month, and when will be the next one? I'm so excited. Thank you." John promptly replied, "Instead of scheduling blog posts, we'll release information when we can. Looking forward to sharing more." Following this response, YouTuber Mine sought an even more precise confirmation and asked, "Help me understand this. Does this mean releasing information outside of blog posts, or more towards spontaneous posts rather than planned and scheduled ones?" And John responded, briefly and directly, that it would be both. What we can infer from this is that, as I mentioned in the last video, we can certainly expect more news and updates about Hytale throughout the year, both through the blog and possibly through direct announcements from the team, maybe even on Twitter. Perhaps, by following the game's progress in this way, we can alleviate some of the anxiety, because when we are in the dark about information, time seems to stretch into eternity. This more flexible approach to updates is exciting. It could mean more frequent insights into Hytale's development, which is excellent for maintaining the community's enthusiasm. John also responded to an interesting question about the updates mentioned in the previous video. They mentioned revisiting Orbis, updating and altering some mobs, leading YouTuber Canadian Flash to ask, "Hey John, are you just updating the factions from the blog? Or did you also tweak the Outlanders, Slothians, Goblins, and Fenstalkers?" John responded in his characteristic manner. "In my first draft of the blog, I listed everything that was updated in the game, and they told me I exceeded the character limit." The director continued, "We did a complete review of the inhabitants of Orbis, so the bland answer would be yes." This confirmation leaves us with that itch of curiosity. What else have they changed beyond what we've seen in this blog? I can't wait to get my hands on this game and discover the significant changes they've made. Moving on, a fan still questioned, "That's amazing. You guys are talking a lot about Orbis, but are Nexus and the other worlds still relevant?" And John replied, "Yes, especially Nexus. Look closely, adventurers, at the grandiosity of Hytale. We've seen a lot so far, and most of it is from Orbis. Imagine how vast this game will be, especially considering the conceptual art, where Nexus is much larger than Orbis. I can't even imagine how grand this universe can be." The emphasis on Nexus is promising. It suggests a significant expansion of the game's universe, providing an even more extensive and immersive experience. Now, recalling a topic mentioned in previous videos, where we talked about John recently stating that Ferans were possibly his favorite race, creating some anticipation to learn more about this race. However, in the last blog, nothing was mentioned about the Ferans, leading Mine to ask, "Hey John, we've been teased a lot about the Ferans, and I expected to see some information about them in the blog post, so I was sad to see that they weren't included. Any hint you could give about what we might see in the future about them?" Interestingly, John responded enigmatically, "Just spreading the love. Okay, I'll give you a hint. Much of what we've shared about the Ferans in the past leaves out how far they've come since captivity. Well, that makes things very interesting, and prompts us to question and speculate numerous theories about this civilization. I hope to learn more about them soon." This mysterious response about the Ferans only heightens curiosity. There could be surprising twists in the narrative involving this race, which is exciting for fans to speculate. A user also questioned John about the rumor of a possible trailer that was supposedly going to be released immediately, and John responded, "And the final answer may have given us a glimmer of hope." The fan asked, "There are rumors that a Hytale trailer will be released on December 8th, 2023. I would assume that's fake news, right?" And John responded straightforwardly, "Correct. No trailer. You'll see new images and videos generated after the engine change before a new trailer." Note well that he said we will see this before a new trailer. Therefore, we can expect a new trailer in the future. This just confirms what we talked about a few weeks ago, that yes, we will have a new trailer. But it's just a matter of when and how, and all we can do is wait. As John said, it might take a while because we'll see a lot before the release of this likely trailer. The confirmation that there will be more visual content before the new trailer is a relief. This suggests a strategy of continuous communication, keeping fans engaged with the game. Finally, a very pertinent question, perhaps the one that most people asked this past week. A fan asked John, "Is everything shown about Hytale in the last 5 years outdated? I'm just curious if we should expect a Hytale still similar to what we've seen, or if the new engine simply makes all old images and videos irrelevant?" And John clarified, "We like the look of Hytale, so don't expect a huge visual change. Perhaps currently it looks more Hytale than before, referring to modeling, texturing, and interface at least." This was a recurring doubt in the community. Many wondered if the game would be remade in the new engine, if everything we've seen so far was discarded. However, John's response reassures us and even gives us a glimmer of hope that things might be even better, which definitely makes everything even more exciting. The confirmation that the game's visual remains consistent, if not improved, is excellent news. This suggests a commitment to quality, increasing fans' confidence. We can expect significant developments in the coming year. This game holds promise, and the answers are definitely positive. Let's look forward to the arrival of 2024 with great expectations. Now it's just a matter of crossing our fingers and hoping that everything goes well, and we can have the game in our hands as soon as possible. So, adventurers, that's it. We've reached the end of another video. I hope you enjoyed the updates. Tell us in the comments what excited you the most about these confirmations. Let's discuss in a healthy way. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and remember to share it with your friends. I'll be back soon with more updates. Until next time, adventurers.